All right. Want to go, Salak. All right, all right. Want to give all glory and praises unto the Lord Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, Brakatah Yahawashi, Brakatah Yahawah, and Brakatah you might get the evil eye, or you might get the, the proud look, and or not every time, but majority of the people, they want to keep the children of Israel in a destitute state, in a lower state, because that's everybody just want to be better than a nigga. That's the sentiment. As long as they doing better than Jake. And Jake is in this lower state because we've sinned against the Lord. We've sinned against Yahawashi. We've been disobedient. So the Lord put us underneath our enemies. And the main enemy that we're under right now is none other than Esau, Edom, the wicked, according to the scriptures. All right. And I just want to get a few precepts and just illustrate that point. Illustrate the point of the hatred that these Edomites have, and that these heathens have, and I'll get a few precepts on it. And I want to go into the book of Esther. I wanted to go into the book of Esther to illustrate that, because within the book of Esther there was two particular characters. We had Mordecai. Mordecai was an Israelite. And then there was Haman. And we're gonna get that account, and because Haman was an Edomite. So let's get some precepts on Haman real quick, and we're gonna skate through it. But it says in Esther 3:1, it says, after these things that King Artaxerxes, I believe I'm saying that correct, Artaxerxes, promote Haman, the son of Haman the Agagite, and advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. So this particular Edomite within the Persian and Mede kingdom here got pretty high up, with King Artaxerxes, to the point where he was basically, it seems, his right hand man, or very high up in the council, if you will. It says in verse 2, and all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king had commanded concerning him. So he was up there. He was up there. He was up there as far as the power and his position that he received during this Persian. What the fuck? God damn! What the hell? Yahawashi. I don't know. My bad. It just, something on my body just started hurting. Or probably from working out a little bit, or doing some exercises. Maybe feels like maybe I strained something potentially. I'm gonna have to take something for that. But regardless, back into the scripts. It says, all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king commanded concerning him. But Mordecai, which is we can see with the when you go into Mordecai what it says about him. But Mordecai was an Israelite at the end of the day. So it seems like he was of the tribe of Benjamin, because his brother was of the tribe of Benjamin. So if his brother was of the tribe of Benjamin, that would mean he was of the tribe of Benjamin as well. So this is an Israelite. It says a Jew returning from the exile with Zerubbabel. So this was what's going on during the time. This was during the Persians rulership. King Artaxerxes, who I believe was King Xerxes the first. But it says, but if I'm wrong, please do correct me. But it says, the king's servants which were in the king's gate said unto Mordecai. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the second. It says, and all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king commanded concerning him. But Mordecai, the Jew, the Israelite, but Mordecai bowed not, nor reverenced him, nor reverenced like him. It says, so Mordecai being an Israelite, being a Haman was up there, but Mordecai he ain't bow because it was not in his customs, to bow unto heathens, man, and what they had going on. Because why? Because he was a Jew. I think it's finna explain that. Because he was supposed to bow, but he didn't. It's finna explain why he didn't bow. It says, I believe it says, then the king's servants which were in the king's gate said unto Mordecai, why transgresseth thou the king's commandment? And then it says, now it came to pass when they spoke daily unto him, he hearkened not unto them. So they was trying to get him to bow and bow and bow, but he wasn't having that. But it says, basically it says, he hearkened not unto them. They told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew. So, we had different customs. We wasn't on that. We wasn't on that. He had the spirit on him to be like, nah, fuck all that. I ain't doing that. Y'all can bow, but I ain't finna bow. So, now Haman was an Edomite now. So I'm just going to it, briefly to show you that there was enmity there and hatred there. And it's always going to be hatred with these heathens and hatred with these Edomites, because the Lord Yahawashi didn't choose these particular nations to be the chosen. They're just heathens, man. And really, in the spirit, they're going to be our servants, or in reality, I suppose. They're going to be our servants, and they're going to be the handmaids that's going to build up the kingdom. Whether they understand that or whether they know that or not, that's why the prophets are out here on the highways and byways, doing shows and things of that nature, to let them know that this is going on. This was going to transpire here in these last days when Yahawashi comes back, on that fathership, on that big ship. He's going to put down all the authority and the rule of the heathens, because right now, as I speak, the heathens they have rulership, in particular parts of the earth. Now, they don't got the same rulership that these Edomites have, because these Edomites have been given, like the scriptures say, like it says in Job 9:24, they have been given the earth. The earth has been given to the hand of the wicked, and the wicked are the Edomites. And it speaks about that Esau will be a rulership of the earth, when during the last days, and then Jacob is gonna, which is the Israelites, is gonna be the kingdom and the people that's gonna follow after the fall of these Edomites. But the Edomites are heathens, and these Moabites, these Hamites, all these other knights, or whatever you want to say, they're also heathens as well. So the Lord is gonna put down all of these heathens. So that's basically, like it says in Psalms 2:2, why do the heathen rage? They want to do all this stuff. They want to create all these inventions. They want to do all this and try to afflict the children of Israel and do all this. But guess what? The elect are still going to stand. The elect of the nation of Israel are still going to lean upon Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi at the end of the day. Call out Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi 144. You can't see it, but I see it. But the elect is still going to lean upon Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi and ultimately get the victory. And we're gonna put them down. We're gonna put down their rule. We're gonna put down their kingdom. First off and foremost, starting with the Edomites. But none of these heathens ultimately are gonna have rule, because why? Because they're not meant to rule. They was never meant to rule. They was never meant to be in positions of rulership. Now the Lord allowed them to do what they had to do. The various kingdoms that came. Starting with the Neo-Babylonian Empire, the Assyrians. Within that kingdom, and then you had the Persians and the Medes, Darius, Cyrus, and then you had the Greeks with Alexander the Great, who was Alexander of Macedon, who was a Greek, who was an Edomite really. They took over the Greek identity, and then you had the Romans, who were Edomites. The Lord allowed these particular kingdoms, these were the four major kingdoms that was going to rule the earth. But the Lord allowed these heathens to have their rulerships and their dominions for prophecy's sake. Now, in actuality, they were never really supposed to rule, but for prophecy's sake, it came to pass to where, the children of Israel being, going off, being wicked, had they were under these captivities, they were under these rulerships, because we went off, and to fulfill prophecy, man, and the curses which are still on us until deliverance, we're going to play out upon them within those various captivities. So anyway, it says It says that he was a Jew. It says in verse 5, and when Haman saw Mordecai bowed not, nor did he reverence, then Haman was full of wrath. So we're coming to a time where Esau Edom, wants us to bow. And what does he really want us to bow to? He wants us to bow to the New World Order. He wants us to bow ultimately to the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, which is ultimately the RFID chip technology, and it's being brought forth even unto this day, because you got the Neuralink, and then if you pay attention, if you're watching, then brothers are going in on the Neuralink, the first patient, quote unquote, that was able to successfully use the Neuralink technology to control games, and he was able to surf the web, and he was a paraplegic, which means that he couldn't use his limbs from the neck down. And now he's able to through the left hand technology of Esau Edom. So this is going to be used as an incentive, as basically a snare unto the people, unto the unlearned people, unto the people that are in darkness still, that this is a good thing, and that this is something that's liberal and noble, and something that you should get. And then sooner rather than later, these celebrities who are sellouts, like LeBron, Shaq, goddamn, I'm just to name a few. For some reason, I'm naming the ones in the basketball world, but those are the main sellouts, because these people getting paid millions upon millions upon millions to play ball and do all this extra shit, and they got deals here, deals there. They are cemented in this world. They have to. If Esau falls and the money falls, they fall, because the currency, is in his kingdom is ruled by Esau. So if Esau gets taken down, nigga, you get taken down. So they're gonna be on Esau's payroll ultimately to for forward what Esau Edom has, man. The narrative, like the same thing that happened with the Icky Vicky, what happened with the jump shot. You gotta understand what that jump shot is. That goddamn, you took one shot, you took two jump shots, you took three. Sometimes you took a booster jump shot. You had to get in the gym. You feel me? But you understand what I'm trying to say. Now the same thing is going to happen with this MOTBs. Gradually through this digital renaissance, the digital technocracy, they're going to push it on the people slowly, and then eventually it's going to be mandated. You understand? So I'm not gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna create a part 2, because I want to go into this little bit of this Esther a little bit more, and go into some other precepts, just to paint the narrative more of that these heathens are not on our team. These heathens hate us, and Esau Edom is never your friend. The scriptures speak about this in Sirach 12:10, that to never trust your enemy. Nigga, we got more enemies outside of the so-called white man, who is Esau Edom. Okay, but we got enemies of the other nations as well. So I'm gonna come back to you again through the spirit with a part 2, and we'll go into it more, But until then,